Hey everybody, it's the Doctor here with Typical Manga Fan, and this episode of the Typical Manga Review is going to be about One Piece, chapter 805, the Mink Race, or Mink Tribe. I don't know what they'll be translated as in English here. And we open up with the beginning of a new cover story. Story number 22, From the Decks of the World, the 500 Million Berry Man Arc, which I guess is going to be like a bunch of covers showing people reacting to the new bounty. So this will be just like when they made their reappearance, in other words.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. I'll tell you that.
Yep. And we pick up right where we left off. Zoro is noticing that that Carrot, the bunny girl's claw weapon, seemed to have electricity in it. And meanwhile, Carrot's noticing that there's invaders in the whale forest.
Well, first off, we know who she's not gonna be able to fight against: Luffy.
Yep. Well, yeah, true, and that'll come up a little bit later here. Like and our Minks here are worried because the intruder in the whale forest is going to anger the Guardians. And Frankie and Usopp are mostly noticing, like, what are these guys? Humans? Animals? And Usopp's more focused on the fact that she's got Nami's clothes, or what does he do to Nami? And then Robin, helpful as ever, maybe they're a race that dines on humans. Why is it always worst case scenario with you? Why?
Because I love it. Because I know you mentioned that just like last week.
Yeah. Like, and then they Carrot jumped on the axe like, I'm sorry, I taste awful. Like, Frankie's amazed at the jumping power, which I realized suddenly he probably shouldn't be, because bunny girl. But anyway, the dog girl asks if Carrot's seen anything, and
she sees something.
Yep, yeah, just outside of the Claw Forest, they're definitely going at it, or Claw City, they're going at it in the Whale Forest, and you can see some action going on there. Yep. So they decide that they've got to get a move on, and she calls back out to the others like, we don't have time to babysit you lot, so pay close attention. Continue towards the right from here, da 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 da, and then there you'll find the corpses of your friends. And everyone's like freaking out, like, what? Like, well, wait there at the right belly forest. We'll be coming for you afterwards.
You know, what's actually interesting is that they know who Luffy is. Because normally when you go to these isolated places, they're like, who the hell are you guys? You know, who's Luffy? What the hell's a Shichibukai? What the hell's a warlord? A Yonko? But no, they actually know who Luffy is. So it's kind of like, so these guys obviously have a connection to the outer world somehow.
And then the Minks are talking to each other, like, wondering if they'll be okay. Like, yeah, they're the Straw Hat Pirates. Like I said, they know who they are. Like, they're in for quite a shock, though. There's no helping that. What's happened has happened. And they figured that the person who invaded the forest is most likely Luffy, who ran off on his own, as he is wont to do.
What's interesting is they're talking about a specific incident that they're just not being clear about. It's like, what the hell is going on, you know?
Yeah, I think we'll get some information there later.
And then, of course, we find out that...
Well, what we find out is that the fact that their corpses are still intact means they have not been used for sustenance. Thank you, Robin.
What?
Thank you.
Okay. Well, then they talk about it, but then they also find out that Mr. Bear Guy, Beppo, is from the Ming tribe. Ha! I was right. Yeah.
I think that's a fair assumption once we got started seeing these people. But like, and Law notes that he and Beppo have been together for 10 years, and this is actually Beppo's homeland. But I guess he left it when he was very young, so that he doesn't remember it well.
Yeah, and also he has his Vivi card, so he can find him.
Yep. Yeah. I kind of like that Law points out, like, they've been together for that long, because like he's been after Doflamingo for 13 years, so it was like not that long after that.
I know he's his navigator, but is he also the first mate?
Maybe. I don't know if he's a first mate, just because I don't know if I trust Beppo with leadership, but he's at least he might be the most senior member. Yeah. So they're not going to follow the dog girl's order. They're just going to go on their own and meet up with Beppo.
Yeah.
And that's where we wind up next, where Beppo's trying to cost them that they're a friend, while Luffy's fighting a bull man.
Yeah, because apparently Luffy's the fact he's there uninvited, just a bit pissed off. They know who he is. They know he's a friend of Beppo, but they don't care because he broke the rules by being in there. You know, being in the Forbidden Zone, basically.
Yep. And they note that the electricity attack, as we suggested earlier, is not affecting Luffy. Jean Bart, one of Law's men, tries to interfere, but he just gets body slammed for his trouble.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I mean, these guys, these Mink guys are so like. Either they're really strict when it comes to rules, or they're so really hard-headed and emotional because they're like, okay, these guys are clearly expected by your other guests.
Yeah.
So why don't we actually like calm down here and talk this over a bit, you know?
Yeah.
But
And then the mink girls show up and they throw a bunch of bananas and a fluttery thing out, and the bull and girl are like, "Yay!" and the bull just charges into a tree. Like one of the Laws guys like, "Is that really all we had to do?" I like Beppo's just sitting there open mouthed at him like, "Oh." And now we start getting names here, like the Whale Forest Guardians. The bull mink is Rhodey. And the gorilla mink is BB, as in blackback, which I assume would be like blackback, silverback, that kind of thing.
Yeah, and the dog woman is named Wanda, and the other one, as we know, is named Carrot, the bunny one. Clearly, because Carrot is representing bunnies, and I have no idea what Wanda's representing. But
I do.
Oh,
Wan is like a Japanese sound effect for a dog barking.
Oh, okay. There we go.
Yeah, that's what I say. Like, it's not blatantly obvious if you don't already know the context. And like, for example, like I remember a manga. I can't remember the title for it for the life of me, but I saw it a long, long time ago. But it's like, basically, the thing I know for like a little kid calling a dog a wanchan or a wonton is basically the same as us calling a dog a bow wow. It pretty much falls under the same kind of thing.
Yeah. So anyway, she's like, okay, well, she explains everything, saying, like, you came into the forest uninvited, so that's why all the guardians are trying to attack you. And she licks him or smells him. What the hell is she doing?
I don't know. It's like, looks like licking. I don't know what the sound effect on the top they're supposed to be.
He's just like, hey, what the hell? Anyway,
actually, I wonder if that's like marking them in a way to like just notice that they're accepted now. But it's like, Guardians, I'll be removing you from the vicinity. I'd appreciate if you could look the other way this once. Like, in indifference to like some lion one calls out them. In deference to Wanda, she tells them to fall back. Apparently, this lion one's called Pedro.
Yeah, and so as it turns out, they were all being surrounded by other guardians, I guess.
And this is interesting because why didn't Luffy notice them? Because among other things, he does have.
Yeah, true.
Among other things, we have hockey.
Yeah. Who knows? Maybe they're Minks, so they're probably like really weird, different or something. I'm sure like they have some type of special, unique stealth ability. I don't know.
That or maybe there's something about them that can disguise hockey, or maybe Luffy just doesn't realize that they're different from the regular animals.
Probably. But yeah, so they're like, hey, you better thank Wanda for that. It's like, so they're pretty arrogant and cocky. Probably thought they could take Luffy on. Yeah. I say bullshit. He just came from beating Doflamingo. Okay, yeah. we got it. We have levels here.
Yeah, the Minks are tough customers. It looks like, and maybe in a group they could, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Or as Wanda points out right afterwards, be thankful the moon isn't out right now.
Yeah. Like, probably they might have really power, like super, like maybe like warlord power, like level powers at night or something, you know, when the moon's out.
Yep. And then we have a funny little sequence here where apparently the like their Law's crew's greeting Luffy, like Luffy's like Traffy or Torao. I kind of mentioned that to you earlier, but Traffy, you're talking about from Traffy's crew. Traffy, no, we're with Trafalgar and Law, the Heart Pirates. Yeah, that's what I said. No, it isn't. I kind of go back and forth about this, and it's like I can actually like find this hilarious. Like, Traffy's what I call Law. Oh, okay. Yay! Captain's here. And like, how bad are these guys that Luffy has to be the reasonable one?
I don't know.
I mean, I also like the fact that he actually acknowledged that it is a nickname. He's not just calling them that because he doesn't remember his name. Because that's always been a thing with Luffy.
Yeah.
Anyway, we come back to the rest of the group. They're investigating the destroyed city now, and Robin's noticing that obviously that some kind of invasion occurred here. Everyone's gone and completely vanished, even though it looks like they could have hundreds of thousands there.
Yeah, but we see claw marks and like a giant footprint.
And also, Robin noticed that there's still like things that like food having recently been on cooking, so it must have been something within the last couple of weeks at least.
Yeah, and also where the hell is the other members of the Straw Hat Pirates? Mm-hmm. And so Wanda comes and is like, yeah, the truth is everyone was still here like half a month ago, but there was someone who came here, aka the man name was Jack,
who we know.
I forgot his name. Who was Jack again? I totally forgot.
We've seen him only in silhouette twice. Once in Punk Hazard,
once
at the end of Dressrosa. He's the one pondering attacking Doflamingo's prison ship.
Was the guy who looked a lot like Cat Morgan. When was the first time we saw him again?
During Punk Hazard, when Caesar was showing off his slimy monster. Remember, like he's broadcasting it all over. People are watching it.
Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, so yeah, Jack was the one who caused all this bullshit. And then suddenly an earthquake comes up, and they're like, "Okay, we gotta go. Your friends are there. We're going right to the right belly." And they're like, "Oh, good, that's where Sanji is." And suddenly she's like, "Oh, quiet."
Yeah, it's like they're. You know what I'm wondering about is like how much of this could be just a result of them finding Brooke.
Oh yeah, you're right.
But again, she's stuck. It sounds like they're talking in plural, but it's hard to say. So I don't know what we're going to be dealing with just yet when we get to that point. But yeah, something is.
Brooke would have to be like still though, because if he's moving, they'd be like, that's
right. But at the same time, he screwed that up in Fishman Island, so maybe he learned his lesson and faked it here.
Yeah.
Oh no, he learned that lesson in Punk Hazard.
But it's interesting that the chapter specifically talking about Sanji. So what's going on? Because we had that whole thing with the bounty. Like, what changed?
In this case, I don't think it's so much that they're talking about Sanji specifically. I'm willing to bet in Japanese, like the way they'll do something is like when they talk about a group of people, they might say like one person's name and then add the thing for a group like Tachi to it. So he might just be saying Sanji because like it's an order of precedence, kind of like he's like the leader of the group without Luffy or Zoro, like third in command.
Or maybe he wants to ask Sanji specifically what's up with the bounty.
Yeah, so it could even just be as simple as that. Sanji's the one on his mind right now.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, that's basically it. I mean, it's getting it feels very grim, but it's kind of like, dude, I don't think we're going to see dead body. I don't think anyone is. Oh, except for Brooke. He's dead. He's a dead body.
Yeah, he's dead already. Yo.
Which reminds me, how does he die? Like, how can you kill him? Can you just dismember him or something?
Well, we tried that already. Remember, Fishman Island.
Oh yeah.
I imagine destroying his physical body would do the trick. So like you can't just tear it apart because his soul power can bring it back together.
Yeah, because he's the what an interesting power. But yeah, so that's it for One Piece this week.
Yep, like I said, that's pretty much that. Like I said, we got some interesting stuff going on here. Like I think you yourself said that the thing's developing a lot faster than you expected, so we're definitely moving along pretty quickly here.
Yeah, everything is moving really quickly. Like they already acknowledge each other. They already got they know who they are, each other are at this point, and now we're just going right to the other stars, because they've been hell annoying if they were like, oh, who the hell are you? We're gonna attack you. And it's like a whole big fighting, and then we figure out that it's not, these guys were actually know the hard pirates. At least now that they know who they are, and they only fought because Guardians are assholes and they have rules and they don't like breaking them or bending them.
Yeah, like it sounds like they're like very strict. Maybe there's something there in the area that's why they're protecting. That's why they're so strict, or because it could just be as simple as they've recently been invaded, so they're being a lot tougher than they would normally be. Or
I don't know, maybe also because of their culture, their animalistic nature. Who knows?
There's all sorts of reasons we're looking at here.
Yeah. So I don't know. Maybe the whole dark thing, the moon thing, also is like because they have stealth mode, right? So maybe the darkness would even help that further. So they're completely
they made it sound like more like a power up during the moonlight.
Yeah, I was thinking that. I was implying both, like power up and the fact they go stealthy, like super stealthy.
I'm going to assume some kind of werewolfy thing is going to be going on here.
Yeah, or maybe there's another type of creature that's going to attacks everyone.
That's possible too. I think mostly in terms of what the Guardians would do at night, but yeah, you might.
Yeah, who knows? Yeah, who the frick knows? There's not much really that we can take from that, other than just beware of night and the moon specifically. Maybe giant monkeys will come out. Yeah. The Saiyans.
We'll have to destroy the full moon. Andrew's gonna be pissed.
Oh yeah, totally forgot he was up there.
Like.
Yeah. All right, so
So I think we're good to go there. Like that's been our review of One Piece chapter 805, the Mink race or Mink tribe, whatever it's gonna end up being. Like I said, just so you know, this week we have Bleach and the Akame ga Kill as well as One Piece. So keep an eye out for those. Meantime, you have a good rest of your night and take us away.
Bye.